Speech off.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So, I'm here to talk about Harry Potter. There is a Harry Potter themed readathon happening on September 1st. It's the Back to Hogwarts readathon. It is hosted by Alma's Book Journey, Cheryl from Candlewick Library, Christy A. Cole, and Angie in the Great World. And I'll tag them all in this video, but Cheryl from Candlewick Library is already posting stuff about this readathon and getting me into the Harry Potter mood. And so I thought that I would do a video kind of talking about other Harry Potter things that I consume besides the books. She already kind of talked about some of the games, which I'm jealous of. I cannot play Hogwarts Legacy or any of that stuff, and I really wish I could, but yeah. This is actually my second time doing this video because the first time I accidentally spoiled something in the series, and I cannot take for granted that people have read all 7 books going into this. So yeah, I accidentally spoiled somebody's death when I was talking about how much I love Harry Potter fan fiction. First of all, fan fiction, before anybody comes after me, is not all about, well, for all intents and purposes, smut. Ew. It is not all about that. There are fan fictions that children can read even. It is literally just people changing the story or making it so certain people don't die or, you know, honestly, I wouldn't have gotten through book 5 if fan fiction hadn't been a thing where I could read how I actually wanted things to go. Don't get me wrong, I think some people have twisted imaginations, but fan fictions have also made me think about things that the characters do differently. So, yeah. But honestly, my favorite fan fictions are when Harry gets a good childhood. Particularly when he is rescued from the Dursleys by Sirius and Remus. And he gets raised by Uncle Padfoot and Uncle Moony. I love a tiny Harry Potter, like child fics, as they're called on fan fiction. I kind of miss my fan fiction reading. I can't read them anymore because now they're doing this thing with, I guess they have cookies or something to protect from, I don't know. It's a virtual cookie thing. I don't know how to explain it. But my Braille note does not like cookies. So it won't let me open stories, which is infuriating. And I miss my Harry Potter fix. But that is one way that I consume Harry Potter. So you can, like, arrange your settings, your ratings, so that you get, you know, clean things in case you ever just want an alternate ending to the series, or if you want something to have gone differently. I mean, Harry Potter fanfiction has been around since, I think, 2002, 2003. Like, I think I started reading it post book 6. So I was reading the way people thought that book 7 would turn out. And weirdly enough, some of them were right. Like, book 7 hadn't even been out, and they were pretty close to what actually happened in certain things. Anyway, I love Harry Potter fan fiction. So yeah, there's that. And then we also have podcasts. So I want to talk about those in case you wanted to kind of get into those. There are a lot, but I mostly listen to 3. And to be honest with you, I got behind because I sort of stopped listening to them and reading Harry Potter just because I don't know, you get burnt out at some point. It's been a couple of years, maybe a year and a half, and I just needed to stop because I started to feel like all I was doing was debating and arguing with people. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll probably start doing it again because I have strong opinions on the characters. But honestly, now that I have a channel, I think this is going to be the place where I can, like, just after each book, I'm probably going to review it with spoilers and kind of give my opinions on what I think. I've always wanted to have a place where I could just say it and nobody can talk back to me. Like, you know, I can't have an actual conversation about it because, I mean, you know, obviously you can talk back to me in the comments, but, like, it's just cool to be able to, like, just talk and not be interrupted. That's one of the reasons why I wanted a channel. I like to hear myself talk, okay? Anyway, back to this. So I sort of stopped with the podcast because I would listen to episodes, vehemently disagree, and then end up on Facebook groups and then get in trouble in those Facebook groups because I could not keep my mouth shut. Like, I'm not a Dumbledore fan, for example. I'll go into that when I review each book. I'm not going to review all of them this month, by the way. I'm reading them slowly. But, yes. I am listening to the Stephen Fry versions now that they are out, for the U.S. to consume. I never listened to them before. I only listened to book 1 so far. And that is why I decided to go back to my favorite Potter podcast. Because I was like, I never caught up. And I decided to just go back to the beginning of certain ones. So I'm going to start with the one I actually went to the beginning for. The first podcast is called Swish and Flick. It is the first one that I ever listened to. And I'm going to read the description of the podcast. They're all book club style podcasts. They all kind of go over the books and stuff. But this is what this one says. We are a book club style podcast made up of 3 friends. We are rereading the Harry Potter series chapter by chapter and putting together all our knowledge from the complete canon, as well as adding in what we have learned from the wizarding world. We explore unknown areas with fan theories and even come up with some theories and ideas of our own. And be warned, there will be spoilers. We post weekly podcasts and vlogs for you that are all about the wizarding world. We hope you can subscribe to us and follow us on our adventures. So, the hosts, there used to be 4. Sarah left, or kind of took a hiatus. I don't know if she's coming back. But she left during book 6, I think. But Sarah's great. So you can enjoy her if you go all the way to the beginning. But Sarah and then her sister, I think it's her sister-in-law, Tiffany O'Malley, is still host. So you have Sarah, Tiffany, Megan, and Katie. Megan and Katie are a couple. So yeah. And Sarah and I'm so sorry. Sarah and Tiffany are sister-in-laws, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, they are very fun, very giggly. So, if you like your podcast to stay on topic and not so silly, this is probably not one for you. But I enjoy them. It's just that sometimes, honestly, that's a Facebook group where I tend to get into, mild, alright, major fights when it comes to Dumbledore. I will try to keep my opinions about him on my YouTube channel, now that I have a platform to badmouth him to my heart's content. But, anyway, they're great, and a lot of fun, and, yeah. They're on book 7 now, but they're slowly going through it. So I'm going all the way back to the beginning to re-listen as I re-listen to the Potter books. It'll be kind of interesting to re-listen. I'm a year behind in their podcast, so yeah. That one is a spoiler podcast, so don't listen to them until you've read all 7 books. That's the other thing. That one is spoilery. So, there's that one. Then we have Tales from Godric's Hollow. Oh yeah, I forgot. All of these podcasts are clean. No curse words. So, yeah. Anyway, back to this. Tales from Godric's Hollow. I'm going to read the history of this one because this one went through a lot of different hosts. But each era, it's been on for like 6 years. But each era is worth going into. I promise. Although to be fair, like I said, I kind of stopped just because. Anyway, Tales from Godric's Hollow started out as a Harry Potter book club style podcast originally created as a way to introduce former co-host Josh, aka the Muggle, to the wizarding world of Harry Potter for the first time by former co-host, the Professor, Matt Sonnenberg. Matt guided Josh through the books and the movies for the very first time, completely unspoiled. For a 2-year journey filled with surprises, crazy predictions that were both wrong, and quite accurate, raw emotions, and plenty of magic. That was the first era, the first 2 years. Those are a little hard to get into because they're so long. Honestly, but they're worth it. Like, I mean, it is so funny to hear Josh's theories when he was first going through it. Like, you really are listening to him go through it for the very first time. It is hilarious. So that's the first era. The Muggle then enlisted the help of longtime community members Marissa, aka the Boss, and Joe, aka the Dean, to help guide him through a reread of the series, discovering all the breadcrumbs that were dropped along the way. With 3 hosts, the show evolved and became as fun and insightful as ever, with a lot of hot takes mixed in. That is true. They actually appreciated my Dumbledore rages a little more, because I would send in regular emails. If you care to listen to them, you'll hear my emails in the email segments for a long time. I haven't written it in over a year and a half. I really need to catch up. But all good things must come to an end, and Josh decided that it was time to move on from the show. But like a phoenix, Tales from Godric's Hollow has been reborn once again. The Platinum Duo, with their own unique perspectives, transfigured the show and have tackled all things Wizarding World related, including side stories, fan theories, fanfic, Fantastic Beasts, and everything in between. Joe's creativity, humor, and desire for controversy, mixed with Marissa's knowledge and sass, made this a show that any witch, wizard, squib, muggle, or no-mage would enjoy. But sadly, all good things must come to an end again. After giving birth, Marissa decided it was time to move on to being a full-time mom. However, longtime community members Lauren Aragon, I'm so sorry, and Atari Alex, Kara Joe, answered the call, I'm so sorry, and have been on board to fill in her shoes. Now back to being a trio. Who knows what kind of hijinks this will ensue. So grab a butterbeer and enjoy the banter. So yeah, that's kind of the story of that podcast. I know it sounds like a lot to binge, and you can maybe, I don't know, just start wherever they are, but because like now they're kind of going through the books again, sort of major moments. They're in major moments in book 5 again, and some episodes are major moments, some episodes are fan films, some episodes they have this thing where they like have like a question, like what if the Potters had sided with Voldemort, what would have happened? And then they go on side tangents. It's really fun. So yeah, that is a lot of fun. So yeah, I would enjoy all the eras of Tales from Godric's Hollow. Again, clean, no swear words at all. It is kid-friendly. And then my last one is the Potterverse with Mary and Blake. They're also kind of doing it the same way. They're spoilery. Wait, do they spoil? I can't remember. Yeah, they do. So if you want to like listen and you've never read the books, I would definitely start with Tales from Godric's Hollow, the beginning era. It is really fun if you listen and read the books with Matt and Josh, like with their theories, and just don't keep going and, you know, like you read with them in the chapters they're reading and then listen to the episode. I kind of wish I'd read the books with him for the very first time. I mean, Josh, his theories are hilarious, whether you've read them or not. But anyway, back to Mary and Blake. They're a married couple, and they reviewed TV shows like Outlander, and they reviewed This Is Us too. Like, they have a lot of different podcasts, so they're not always regular on the Potterverse, but they're in the middle of book 5 too. I kind of stopped at book 4 because, yeah, I don't know. Once I get to book 5, I start having hot takes and people start hating me. Especially yeah, I'm a very passionate, serious Black fan. So, me and Molly Weasley, we ain't friends. Because of him. Anyway. But yeah, so Mary and Blake are really fun. They're like this really cute married couple. He calls her his bride. It is so sweet. But they're from Rhode Island and they have accents. And it's funny for me to listen to the accents. I love a good accent. So yeah, I don't know if you guys know of any other Potter podcasts that are starting from the beginning or that have just started. But if you do, leave them down below. There's a lot of other ones. I listened to another one called The Quibbler, but they kind of stopped posting, which is weird because they were like almost done with book 7. That one really went into stuff and they had some hot takes, but they do swear. So I know a lot of you guys are Christian fiction watchers, so yeah, they do swear. Anyway, but yeah, those are the Potter podcasts that I love to listen to, and I'm going to be kind of diving back into now that I'm rereading the books. So yeah, thought I would give them a shout out. I don't think that Tales from Godric's Hollow has a YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure that you can listen to the Potterverse on Mary and Blake. I think they have Mary and Blake Media YouTube channel. I'll tag them in this video. And I know Swish and Flick has a channel because they regularly post vlogs. So, yeah. But, so yeah, I'll tag them so you guys can subscribe if you want to watch them making Harry Potter treats. The girls on Swish and Flick make different Harry Potter recipes, and you see them going to the theme parks, and I don't really watch the videos just because I'm probably never going to go to Florida, so anyway. But yeah, I thought I'd give them a shout out in case you're interested in diving into that during this readathon. And lastly, I wanted to talk about 2 books that I'm going to probably be reading. I don't know if I'll read them during the readathon or maybe after I finish all 7 books, but we have Snape, a definitive reading by Lori Kim. She was interviewed in a Swish and Flick episode, and her book is now on audio. It wasn't at the time, but now it is. So, from the introduction, the Harry Potter series may be named after the boy who lived, but if you want to know the story, keep your eyes fixed on Snape. This hook-nosed, greasy-haired, grumpy character is one of J.K. Rowling's enduring gifts to English literature. He's the archetypal ill-tempered teacher. Acerbic, yet horribly, deliciously funny. Every time he opens his mouth, he delivers. When he's in a scene, you can't take your eyes off him. Snape is always the story. In this examination of J.K. Rowling's most enigmatic character, Lori Kim shows us how to sort through the illusions and lies to the man who dared to spy on Voldemort, and without whom Harry's story would have turned out very differently. In his final moments, he asks Harry and the reader to look at me. This book does just that. So yeah, there's that one. And then we have Dumbledore, The Life and Lies of Hogwarts' Renowned Headmaster by Irving Kayatman? I'm so sorry. But yeah, anyway. Albus Percival Wulfric. Wow, his name's hard. I was trying to say it with a flourish like he did, but it's not working out. Albus Percival Wulfric Brian Dumbledore. Let's try to say that 10 times fast. Albus Percival Wulfric Brian Dumbledore. I give up. Headmaster of Hogwarts is one of the most recognizable and mysterious figures in the Harry Potter series. As an unscrupulous, Beatle-like journalist once said, he's a biographer's dream. Is he omniscient or limited? Is he benevolent or malevolent? What really drove him in the last years of an extraordinary life? So, it sounds kind of right up my alley because I'm not going to deny there's some good things about him, but I think this guy really goes into, I think it's the guy, I'm not sure, but it sounds like this author goes into reasons why he might not be so liked or beloved by me. So I'm very much looking forward to this. So anyway, that is some of the Harry Potter media that I consume and that I hope you guys will have a listen to as well. And like I said, the Harry Potter audiobooks are available. You can listen to the Jim Dale versions and or now the Stephen Fry versions, which is the ones I'm listening to for the first time. I will say that Stephen Fry does not sing, whereas Jim Dale does sing. Wait till you get to book 5 with Jim Dale. Weasley is a king. Weasley is a king. Sorry. He knows how to like make up songs for her songs. And Stephen Fry, from what I understand, does not sing. I mean, I've only listened to the first book, but he does not sing the Hogwarts song and or the Sorting Hat song. And Jim Dale comes up with tunes to go with her lyrics. So Hogwarts, Hogwarts, Hoggy Wordy Hogwarts, teach us something, please. That's all I know. But yeah. So if you want to hear Jim Dale sing, go with that. I don't know. So far, I think both versions are good. Anyway, so yeah, I thought I would kind of get a head start on the Harry Potter mania, since I'm very excited about it, and I always wanted to kind of, advertise these podcasts. I had started to make a video of all the book podcasts I listened to, and they were on that video, but now that we're doing a Potter readathon, I decided to give them their own video. So, yeah. Anyway, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on September 1st. Well, I'll see you before then, but you know. Anyway, talk to you later. Bye.
Speed. Stop recording video.